Hey, welcome to part 2 of the Q&A. So, let's go to it. Thank you once again for the questions so far. First is a comment from LeafsFan225. Looking forward to it. The 1989 marathon sounds good to me. That way it's not just one genre of movies for you to watch. Thank you for that. Then we have DJ Donnelly, who has some questions. Do you think we'll ever see intimidating movie villains again, like Brian Thompson's character Cobra or Bolo Yun's character Bloodsport in movies nowadays, or do you think and feel that this will not happen again? There's always the surprise that comes out of left field, but nowadays they don't make movies like that anymore. That's the thing. And if you don't make movies like that anymore, then how can you get movie villains like that anymore? I mean, they looked at characters as cheesy, as corny, as this and that. So I don't see that happening anytime soon. I really don't. And even action films that I don't mind, the villains, like, you know, whether these direct-to-video action films or the like, they don't get that a villain is an important asset. And so, you know, they cast someone and it's like, they themselves think, is this good actor or is this, you know, fresh-faced person? And then you're going, why the fuck did you pick this person? It's, oh, he can't be too over the top. He's got to be funny, and he's got to be, or just straightforward, or we can't be, we don't want to seem laughable and cheesy. And, no, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. What are some alternate endings that you like more than the theatrical ending? You know, there's this film called Joyride, which if you get the DVD and if you click on a certain button, there's like an alternate third act of the film. That's the film with Paul Walker and Steve Zahn, and the alternate ending is those guys, Paul Walker, if you've seen the film, Paul Walker, Steve Zahn, there's a point where the villain, which is Ted Levine's voice, tells him to be naked and go into this diner to embarrass them, like how he himself felt embarrassed. But in the alternate ending, Paul Walker runs out and he's trying to chase the guy. There's a car crash, and then it leads to them with the cops and leading to this one place. The finale ends in a cornfield where Steve Zahn has this cop get up, pretend to be a cop to try to fool the villain. And there's a bit of an ode to Jaws, because the trucker is driving his truck through the cornfield and there's this tank and it's in front of the truck, and Steve Zahn actually shoots and blows up the truck, and they actually do kill the guy. There's no sequel bait ending. The guy's in the hospital, burned up badly, he flatlines, and I prefer that ending much more than the theatrical ending. I much prefer the final, it's over, that way there's no fucking Joyride 2 or 3. I like the cornfield sequence. I like that Steve Zahn had something to do because he was kind of the cause of the situation, and so he's the one who ends it. I liked that. Apparently a lot of people did not, because they test screened it and then they reshot it, and I prefer that ending more. In 1408, and I know this sounds strange, but The original theatrical ending is the happy ending, but if you did it on Blu-ray, they put this other ending which they prefer, the filmmakers prefer, where John Cusack character dies. And the only way to get the happy ending is if you did like the 2-disc DVD. So yeah, that happy ending that was in theaters, it's not on Blu-ray. So there's a deleted scene of it, but there's no cut on Blu-ray of the movie with the happy ending. So now that theatrical cut has become the alternate ending because the filmmakers are assholes. Some of us who saw the film in theaters and liked it, we actually want to see what the ending we liked. You have a Blu-ray, you fit both cuts on the fucking Blu-ray. Stop being cheap assholes. Also, I Am Legend. There's the alternate ending where Will Smith's character lives. Will Smith's character, the monsters come, they take his bride, the monster's bride, whatever the fuck you want to call him, and looks at Will Smith, and Will Smith sort of turns, and then they leave with the one carrying, I guess it was its wife that Will Smith was experimenting on. I thought that brought like a nice little notion of, oh, well, Will Smith was the one torturing this thing to get info, to study it, and all these guys wanted was its mate. And Will Smith lives, and it's not Will Smith and blowing up. And I actually prefer that ending. And I think I have a 2-disc DVD, which I think you can actually watch the film with that ending. So, and I like I Am Legend, except the shitty CGI. It should have been fucking practical. I know Ridley Scott was going to do it. It was going to be practical. I think Arnold Schwarzenegger was starring it. I much would have preferred that. But the Will Smith film I do like, except I watch it with that ending, that alternate ending. But the CGI still sucks on the creatures. What movie character do you relate to the most? There's a couple of them. Alice from Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, because she was a dreamer, meaning she was a quiet, shy person who had daydreams and would live in her own fantasy world, and I would do that a lot when I was younger. So I really like Alice from Nightmare on Elm Street 4. Doug from the Hills of Eyes remake, as I kind of look like him. And if I put on like a white shirt and if I didn't shave my head, I would kind of look like him. And he was a guy who was an easygoing guy, but you push too far, you'll fight back. So that's a character I relate to as well. But those are two that pop up in my head. Emilio Estevez and Maximum Overdrive, that's sort of blue-collar type of characters. The guys in Tremors, Val and Earl, Peter Weller and Leviathan, those blue-collar type of characters. What is a cool VHS or DVD cover to a movie that you saw that you thought was awesome, but when you saw the movie it sucked? Future Kill, which I know my friend Effrey loves the film, but I thought it was a great poster, great cover. Future Kill. I hated the movie. I hated the movie. There's this other one called Robot Holocaust. Check out the VHS of Robot Holocaust. It's epic. It's one of the best VHS covers I've ever seen. Robot Holocaust. Movie's fucking shit. The Star Crystal. You see the VHS cover of the Star Crystal, there's a monster with like these razor sharp teeth and cool looking design and like people in these cryo tubes, and none of that's in the movie because the alien is a orange glob of mucus who then reads the electronic Bible and becomes a Jehovah's Witness. It's pretty much what happened. I read the Bible on your computer, and now I can talk. Now I'm sorry that I killed some of your crewmen. And then they give him a ship. And he fucking leaves. And the two wave goodbye, even though it killed your crewmen and women. With a fucking song called Crystal of a Star. I did a rant on the movie. There's a reason I bring that movie up a lot. VHS cover is a lot better than the fucking movie. And I know there's plenty of more others, but those are ones that pop in my head. 90s or 80s, which decade do you feel had the more intimidating movie villains and why? Intimidating movie villains. I guess I gotta pick 80s because you had, the birth of Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees as movie villains, and then you had Dolph Lundgren's Ivan Drago in Rocky IV, and Mr. T in Rocky III, and Brian Thompson in Cobra, Bolo Young in Bloodsport, the villain in The Road Warrior, Vernon Wells. So yeah, probably have to pick the Alan Rickman. He was intimidating because he was smart and Die Hard. So yeah, I mean, probably have to pick the 80s on that. Do you think Dolph Lundgren and Michael Jai White should have done a movie together? Well, they did technically do a movie together. It's called Skin Trade, which I know some people didn't like, but I loved Skin Trade. It had Dolph Lundgren, Tony Jaa, Michael Jai White, Peter Weller. I thought that was a really good film. I thought that was Dolph Lundgren's probably his last good film was Skin Trade. And so technically they did do a movie together. So, but if you mean like side by side, sure, I would like to see that. But Dolph gets fucked over so much that I don't see that happening. Because Dolph got fucked over with The Punisher, because that didn't get released in theaters, went straight to video. Man of War didn't even get a theatrical release. It was pretty much straight to video here. Showdown Low Tokyo got released like on 100 screens. That's it. Kaiko in Peace barely got released, and that's my favorite of his. Right there. So he got fucked over a lot. Expendables, he's great in it. No one gave him roles except Uwe Boll and The Name of the King 2. So Dolph's been fucked over a lot. If you could change one thing in the bad film to make it good, a movie, what would that one thing be? One thing in a bad film to make it a good movie. Alien 3 if it didn't happen. The one thing I change is at the end of the film, Ripley wakes up in the cryo tube and goes, wow, what a bad dream. I had a horrible nightmare. She goes back to sleep. Roll credits. That's one thing you could change about Alien 3 if it ended with Ripley waking up and... What a horrible nightmare. There you go. I know there are some, I'm just trying to think of the top of my head. I know there are some like that. Explorers. The one thing I would change with that movie is the ending of Explorers. Because the first 3/4 of that movie is fantastic. But goddamn, when the alien starts talking and mimicking Bugs Bunny and goofy fucking songs, if it's a fucking Nickelodeon movie, it fucking shits the bed and ruins it. That's why, I don't know if my review of Explorer is still up. If I ever do it again, to be a weird review, because like the 3/4 of it is so great. And then the fucking ending shit. So you get a blowjob and then you get fucking bit. And then the bitch leaves. With blue balls all over. You're fuck. Explorers is that bitch. So yeah, that's one movie. Should have had an ending, I've said, more like Close Encounters of the Third Kind. But it had an ending that was more like fucking Spaceballs. And that works for Spaceballs, not for fucking Explorers. I know you like practical effects more than CG, but what has been the best CG that you have seen in a film? Blade Runner 2049. The young Rachel. That's pretty damn good. Gotta give credit to that. And like the young Robert Downey Jr. stuff they're doing in the Marvel movies. Gravity. I thought the CG in Gravity was fantastic. Especially when you realize most of that shit inside, not just outside, but inside the spaceship was not real. It was pretty outstanding. So Gravity, Blade Runner 2049 with the young Rachel, that's some pretty good shit. Yeah, man. Back to the Future and Bill and Ted, which time travel movie plot did you like more and why? Time travel movie plot. So you're not saying which movie I like more, but which plot I like more. Which plot? That's tough because like Back to the Future has more of the heart because it's him reconnecting his mom and dad and seeing how his mom and dad fixing that. But the plot in Bill and Ted is so crazy that it's pretty entertainingly crazy. I always say the plot in Bill and Ted. Like a book report and a phone booth. They kidnap all these people. They give a book report. See teams high school football rules. I would say the plot is pretty entertaining, Bill and Ted, so I'll pick that. What are some actors or actresses that you feel needs a comeback? Comeback. Jeff Speakman would be great. It's never going to happen, though. Amy Steele would be interesting to see her in a new movie. Comeback. I don't know. It's just... It's hard to answer because a lot of the actors I enjoy is just coming out with some crap. It's like, right, I would love to see a comeback from a lot of them. But it's not going to happen anytime soon. But yeah, Jeff Speakman is the name that popped in my head. You know, James Woods. Eddie Murphy would be great. It's not going to happen, though. In a way, Chris Tucker. It'd be nice to see Chris Tucker do a new movie. Like a new comedy movie. He doesn't have to do the shit that he did in Rush Hour films, but just, you know, haven't seen him forever. Be nice. Be interesting. Bill Murray or Tom Hanks to just do a comedy. Either do a flat-out comedy. A good one. Like they did back in the day. I don't know, just it's hard to think like who. There's a lot of actors are either too old or their track record recently has been too good. But thanks for the questions. Next up is kentuckycunctator. Very great guy. Happy Thanksgiving, Matt. Thank you. Hope you had a good one too. One question: which review marathon was the hardest to get through? Was it Steven Seagal's? The hardest movie marathon to get through, to review. It probably was Steven Seagal. I think it was, because Van Damme, I enjoyed many of his films. Stallone, same thing. John Candy, it was nice. Steven Seagal, yeah. That would probably be the toughest. Because you get to the direct-to-video stuff, and it was just countless amounts of bullshit that I'm just watching. I'm going, are you fucking kidding me? There's a movie where there's literally a fucking McDonald's French fry container on the dashboard. You know how many fucking movies there was where it's not even his own fucking voice and the body doubles and the same shit for the plots. Especially when he did like 6 fucking movies in 1 year. I saw them all. Sniper Special Ops and Code of Honor and probably Honor of this or Code of that or Assault of this and Mercenary of that and yeah, that would be the toughest. But thank you for the question. Next up, Louis Teliants. I'm sure I butchered that name. Teliants. Hey man, hope your day's going well. Hope you have a good Thanksgiving. Looking forward to the Q&A. Thank you. My questions. And he has 10 questions. Number 1, I just saw John Wick 2 again. Like you, also had such a great time watching it. To me, these first 2 films are the best action films made in the last decade. You could definitely see the influence from John Woo's Hong Kong action films. Great action, direction, visual style, fight choreography. Keanu Reeves is awesome. Great supporting cast. Good bits of humor that feels natural. Wonderful storyline, and the stakes are much higher. The way it ends leaves me hungry for more. Normally, I hate secret bait endings, but this is how you do it right. Can't wait to see John Wick 3. I definitely know I saw a great film if I'm still thinking about it afterwards. What movie or movies you saw that you were still thinking about after you saw it? Blade Runner 2049 was one of them. I was like, oh my god, you know, this is like, I didn't get to see many 80s movies in the theater, but this felt like what it would have felt like to see one of those 80s movies in the theater. Seeing Blade Runner 2049. Gravity, because I saw that in 3D, and it was such a fantastic experience to see it in 3D. And for the, you know, I saw it twice in 3D. And the first time, just the ride it took me definitely made me think about it for a while. Rambo 4 is another one when you got to that finale, which seeing that in the theater was insane. Seeing the 50 caliber massacre. The first Expendables, it was so fun to see all these people in the same movie. And, you know, watching it again, yeah, it has its flaws, but I still enjoy the first Expendables film. And when I first saw that, talked about a lot. The John Wick films, definitely. So yeah, there's a couple of movies that's done that in the past couple of years. So it hasn't been all horrible shit. Favorite Harvey Keitel performance or movie? Movie, I think of From Dusk Till Dawn that he was in, because I love From Dusk Till Dawn. I do like Pulp Fiction. Let's see. I do like Taxi Driver. He did a good job in Bad Lieutenant. Gave a really good performance. I like Reservoir Dogs. I forgot he was in Sister Act. I like that movie. I'd probably say From Dusk Till Dawn and Copland. Those are the 2 I would put up there. From Dusk Till Dawn and Copland. I liked him in both those movies. And yeah, I would definitely put those 2 up there. The worst film he's been in is Ridiculous 6. Which honestly, you know what? When you got to the end, the Adam Sandler one was, getting back to kentuckycunctator's question, the Adam Sandler one, when it got to the end, was pretty damn hard too. So Adam Sandler might have been up there with hard to sit through for marathons. But Harvey Keitel, I would say From Dusk Till Dawn and Copland. I know that Stallone hasn't worked with a lot of big-name directors. I want to ask, what big-name director, past or present, you would have liked to see Stallone work with? James Cameron. I think that would have been interesting to see what James Cameron would have done with Stallone. You know, in the era that James Cameron was doing films like Aliens and such. John McTiernan. You know, McTiernan worked with Arnold in Predator. Wonder what he would have done with Stallone. John Woo, of course. Would have been cool if John Woo worked with Stallone and Schwarzenegger. I think that would have been epic. But yeah, John Woo would have been great. I'm trying to think who else. Honestly, the Nicholas Winding Refn, who did Drive, just don't have the guy write the movie, but have him direct the movie. Nicholas Winding Refn, I'm saying, have him direct a Cobra sequel in the style of Drive. Or get the guy who did Mandy and direct, you know, a Cobra sequel in the style of Mandy, you know, that type of thing. But, you know, those are the three names that popped up in my head. James Cameron, John Woo, John McTiernan, Paul Verhoeven. That'd be another interesting. That would have been pretty interesting. I think that's why, you know, I love Stallone. He's my favorite. But I think that's why Schwarzenegger was getting more successful. Like Stallone, I love many of the films he did outside of Rambo and Rocky, but they weren't successful at the box office. But you see how Schwarzenegger worked with the guy who would do Die Hard, and then James Cameron, and then he worked with Paul Verhoeven, and certain directors he would work with. That might be part of why technically he became more successful than Stallone, box office wise. But yeah, those are the ones that I would think at the top of my head. Which film in 2019 are you looking forward to more? Martin Scorsese's The Irishman or Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? I would say Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Just the idea intrigues me. And even though I haven't liked some of Tarantino's recent films, like Inglourious Basterds, and I still haven't seen the one with Kurt Russell. Just the plot doesn't interest me. The Hateful Eight. But this one, you know, it not being a Western, which there's some Westerns I like, but it's not a favorite genre of mine. It not being a Western, and it'd be interesting what story's being told and the cast that's with all the people they got in the film. I'd be very curious about that. Although The Irishman seems pretty good too. Number 5, thoughts on Space Cowboys. Relate the film, find it underrated in Eastwood's filmography. I like Space Cowboys. It was cool to see Clint Eastwood and Tommy Lee Jones work together. You also have James Garner. You have Donald Sutherland. You have a good cast. When they got into space, it lost a little bit of luster because, I don't know, just once they got into space, it didn't seem like they had much to do. Or maybe I haven't seen the film in a while, so maybe I'll backtrack that. But it seemed like the movie was better before they got into space. But I still thought it was a fun movie. The cast are definitely the big reason for that. So I was entertained by the film. Have you seen the trailer for Clint Eastwood's film The Mule? If so, are you looking forward to it? I saw the trailer and, you know, I want to see it in the theater. I'd give it a shot at a home video. I mean, it looked okay. It's just not something I would run out and see right away. Have you seen The Dirty Dozen? If so, what are your thoughts? Not forever. I remember liking the film. Yeah, Lee Marvin. Yeah, Charles Bronson. But that's a film I haven't seen in a few decades, so I would have to rewatch the film to give a better opinion. Which Sam Jackson character in Tarantino film do you like more? Jules, Pulp Fiction, or Ordell and Jackie Brown? I would say Pulp Fiction, just more memorable quotes. I like the look that Sam Jackson has in that movie. And just the quotes, the Ezekiel speech. And even though he's a hitman, he seems like a decent guy in that movie. In a weird way. Because, I don't know, he's trying to change, he's trying to get out of it. And maybe that's, why his character is one of the few that lives in that movie. When you think about it. Well, I guess a lot of characters live, but John Travolta's character doesn't. But I would give it to the Pulp Fiction. I like the movie Payback starring Mel Gibson. I haven't seen the director's cut, but I'm curious to check it out. I know it's completely different from the theatrical version. If you saw both versions, which one would you prefer and why? I haven't seen that version in a while. Did I review that? For some reason, I keep thinking I reviewed that. Payback. Did I review that, or did I just talk about it? No, I didn't review it. I must have just talked. I haven't seen that in a while. I remember the theatrical cut was a little bit lighter and more fun. And then the director's cut was a little bit more somber. I like the more fun version of Payback with Mel Gibson, which was the theatrical cut, as opposed to the somber version. But if you like the film, I would say give it a look. You might like that one even more. For some reason, either Chris Christopherson or someone else is not in the director's cut. There's one of those actors, it might be Chris Christopherson, is not in the director's cut. I could be wrong, but I remember something like that. I can't remember though. 10. I know it is highly unlikely this will happen, but let's say Hollywood actually made a stupid, crazy B-movie concept about killer kangaroos? Okay. The premise would take place in an isolated area away from cities, and it was a siege movie like I saw in Prison 13, but with kangaroos. You don't know who these kangaroos are, where they come from, or why they're terrorizing this family, but apparently a secret nuclear explosion occurred and spread to other kangaroos, while it enlarged them in size and intelligence. He and his group of other kangaroos decide to terrorize a husband and his wife and kid. They're on vacation. The kangaroo leader fucks around and makes their life a living nightmare. He would be a psychotic version of Caesar for Planet of the Apes. He would know how to do karate, use firearms. Do insane kits like Van Damme, and is able to use gasoline matches to try to blow up the place. Get through locked doors, and he would even have a bazooka showdown with the protagonist. The phones and internet have no service, so they have to use whatever tools and weapons they have in order to survive the crazy insanity. A wife and child were nearly be killed by the main kangaroo bad guy while chasing them with a chainsaw, after the main lead saving his life from nearly dying. After the main lead saving his family from nearly dying, the main lead will use whatever means necessary to destroy him and all his followers by killing them John Rambo style. This would be a mixture of practical and minimal CG. It would be rated R and batshit insane. There is only a teaser, no feature trailer. If such film were to come out, would you be curious to check it out, or would you pass on it? Thanks for the questions. Keep up the good work. I don't know about that. I mean, you talk about a kangaroo. I'm sorry. I don't mean this to make fun of the question. I really don't. I really don't. I'm just my mind's trying to focus on what I just read. I don't mean that as an insult either. I really don't. But hell, so many times I say stuff and people put words in my mouth. But I really don't. So it's a kangaroo chasing people with chainsaws and doing Van Damme kicks. I I don't know about that, man. That sounds like the Sharknado stuff, and I hated Sharknado. I did see that and the second one like a month or two ago, and I hated them. I fucking despise them, and that's what it sounds like. So I don't know about that. I mean, if I don't know if you're making the movie or something, I'll give the teaser or trailer a look, but I can't promise anything. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, if the film came out, there's only a teaser, no feature trailer. Yeah, I would check it out. Okay, if the film came out, I would check it out just to curiosity's sake. I'd be curious to see how bad it is or how crazy it is. So okay, I would. I thought you said trailer. If the film come out, sure, I would give it a look. I would give it a look. Yeah, I can't promise anything, but I'll give it a look. But thanks for the questions. Next up, we have. Just want to make sure. Andi Fierro. Question 1. Right after Cellular, are you aware that Chris Evans, Jason Statham, Jessica Biel did another film together called London? Was Jessica Biel in Cellular? I don't remember that. I don't remember her being in Cellular. I reviewed Cellular. I don't remember Biel being in it. I remember Chris Evans, Jason Statham, but I don't think Jessica Biel was in it. At least I don't remember that. They did another film together called London. Never seen London. No, I didn't know that. Did you ever hear about these stories about how Burt Reynolds wasn't getting along with the director of Boogie Nights? I did hear about that. I'm not sure why. But I know Burt Reynolds was not a fan. Was not a fan of Boogie Nights, even though that got him an Oscar nomination. But he wasn't a fan of the movie. And yeah, I don't know why he didn't get along with the director, but I did hear that. What do you consider Johnny Depp's best and worst movies? His worst movies? The Alice in Wonderland stuff, Dark Shadows, The Lone Ranger, a lot of shit he's been doing lately. That fucking movie where he was the computer, or he fucking died and was in a computer or whatever, Transcendence. I didn't like those movies. His best ones, I would say Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Ed Wood, Sleepy Hollow, What's Eating Gilbert Grape, Nick of Time. I would put those in his best ones. Have you seen or familiar with Blow? I've heard of the movie. I haven't seen it. Sweeney Todd, I saw it once a long time ago. I'm not a big musical guy. Once a Blue Moon, and I know it's a musical as well as a kind of a horror movie. I mean, I remember not being too fond of it. Do you look forward to Top Gun Maverick? Not really. I don't think you need a Top Gun sequel. I like the first Top Gun, I just don't know if you need a sequel, but I'll wait for a trailer. Did you ever hear that LL Cool J was supposed to play Blade before Wesley Snipes got the role? Never heard that, but I'm glad Wesley Snipes got it because I like Wesley. What was the last good Al Pacino film? I have no idea. Sally hasn't done one in a while. I mean, back in the day, Heat is great, Serpico, and Justice for All. Scarface is my favorite. Glengarry Glen Ross. Let's see. Hangman was disappointing, pretty lame. Jack and Jill was horrible. Righteous Kill was shitty. 88 Minutes was shitty. Two for the Money was forgettable. Geely. I didn't hate Geely. I don't love it, but I didn't hate it. I actually don't mind that movie, Simone. And Insomnia, he gave a good performance. I gotta admit that. Insomnia, not big on the ending, but it's not a bad movie. Insomnia, Al Pacino gave a really good performance. I gotta give Christopher Nolan that. And Simone, I actually didn't mind. But that was an interesting idea where they artificially create a star, an actress, but it's only in a computer, and Al Pacino has to maneuver. Oh, she can't see you because she's busy, and I don't know. If you watch the trailer, it explains it more, but I actually thought that was a decent film. So I guess, yes, Simone and Insomnia. Would you like to see another Blade film, Wesley Snipes? Maybe another Constantine film with Keanu Reeves? Yeah, I mean, even though I've gotten franchise fatigue, those two I wouldn't mind, because Constantine I love. I reviewed that film. I would love to see Keanu Reeves get another crack at it. It will never happen. And yeah, Wesley Snipes, now that he's did his time in prison, I'd see another Blade film to rectify the bullshit Blade 3. See, that's the thing. Blade Trinity ended on such a shitty note, and I love the first two Blade. I wouldn't mind having a new one that could, rectify that. I say could. So yeah. Have you seen Jerry Maguire? Yeah, I liked it. Last Samurai? Not in forever. Cocktail, Tom Cruise? I haven't seen that in over like 20 years. Have you seen or heard of Thelma Louise? I've heard of it. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of it, but it's been forever. The Counselor with Michael Fassbender, I haven't seen that one. So I can't say much about that. But thank you for the questions, Andi Fierro. Next up, it's Black and White Pictures. With the recent success of Halloween, the other big horror franchise will possibly also put new movies in the works. Would you like to see a new movie in the Elm Street, Friday the 13th, and Chainsaw Massacre series? No. Because those are franchises that have been dead for a while. And you don't need to resurrect them, in my opinion. Yeah, they'll make money. But you know what? Sometimes that's not enough. Enough is enough, and it's time for a change, as Owen Hart would say. Like, what are you going to do with an Elm Street film? Robert Englund, it's not going to be bad playing Freddy, even though he did in the, I guess, the Goldbergs TV show. They already did a reboot, and it sucked. Just make your own fucking movie. You didn't do another movie involving dreams. They did that. It was called The Cell. It was a pretty damn good movie. They did that with Inception, which I like. It's my favorite. It's the one of the few Christopher Nolan films I really enjoy. I really enjoy Inception. So just make your own fucking movie about dreams. Friday the 13th, with all the craziness with the suing and the lawyers, and Yeah, is Jason with the hockey mask killing people? Part of me is always down for the burger and fries of the fast food fun. I've seen Jason kill people in inventive ways. Maybe do it in the snow. But with all this bullshit, they don't try to overcomplicate it. They don't try to explain it. Well, actually, they did with Jason Goes to Hell, and I'm one of the few people who love that movie. So, but I mean, there's been technically 11 movies. I don't know how many more. Chainsaw Massacre, they've rebooted that so many times. The remake that Michael Bay produced, I don't mind. The prequel was useless. The Texas Chainsaw 3D, huge piece of shit. Then the Leatherface, fucking forgettable piece of shit. So that's at least reboot and reboot. Oh, I'm sorry, sequel, true sequel, and then a fucking prequel. What more can you do, man? And I didn't like the new Halloween film. Since I didn't like the new Halloween film, why the fuck am I don't like these new ones? Make your own fucking film franchises. Goddamn. But the black and white pictures, no, I don't want to see a new one of those. Are we going to see another fucking guy trying to be, I will cut you for. Why you scream for? I haven't cut you yet. Billy Bob Thornton wannabe Freddy Krueger? Are we going to see a prequel to the prequel? Are we going to see a prequel with the Leatherface? Or a sequel to the prequel? Or the sequel requel? Or a reboot of this prequel? Or a sequel to the remake of the prequel? Or a remake fucking Texas Chainsaw 3D and call it Double D? What else do they do? But I mean, that's my opinion on it. So, what more can you do? It's what I said with the new Halloween. What more can you do? And I got my answer. Not much of shit. But thank you for the question. Dante the One asks, I got one question. Do you think we will ever get the Ninja Turtles back to how they should be, like the 1990 and 2003 cartoon? Keep up the vids. Always enjoyed your channel. Thank you. Sadly, no. And here's why. They're owned by Nickelodeon. They got sold to Nickelodeon. Nickel and Diamond, as I call them. Why would Nickelodeon never do that? If they cared about the fans, why not release... They own the 2003 cartoon. Why not release that on a DVD box set? A Blu-ray box set? Why make a new show that's even more kiddified than the 2012, which was more kiddified? 2012 cartoon was more kiddified than the 2003 show. And then the new one is even more kiddified. Because they're in it just for the kids. Hey, Ninja Turtles, they like pizza. It's a marketing gimmick to sell to the kiddies to get the toys and put into a fast food. And they don't care about... The company does not look at them as characters. They look at them as marketing designs for money. And you say, well, that's how it is in the beginning. But guess what? People enjoyed the characters. People have accepted the characters. I have read fan fiction stories that have more depth of the characters than they do in fucking TV and movies. And that's not even a joke. And if fans can do this for free, you could do that for a show. Even for a cartoon show. Or, you know what? Make your own, but it's Nickelodeon. They don't care. I can't think of the last decent thing Nickelodeon has done. What, Courage the Cowardly Dog and Rocko's Modern Life and fucking Johnny Bravo. Which I remember liking those shows. But no, because they looked at it as a kid's property. And they're like, oh, well, if adults liked it, they're fucking weird. They're fucking... Adults like these characters? That's weird. Oh, it's not weird to like a guy who dresses up as a fucking bat. But people love Batman. Because they did movies like Batman, Batman Returns, comic books that took the character more seriously, Batman the Animated Series. Yeah, I've only seen a couple of them, but I've seen enough to make me go, yeah, they're treating the character right. Fucking even video games. I played the Batman Arkham Asylum, which that's a fucking great game. Fun game. I wish that was a movie. Batman in a prison, fucking up everybody and punching the shit out of them because all the criminals are trying to get out of Arkham, and he's beating the fuck out of everybody on the island of... That should be a movie, let alone an animated movie. Just the whole movie, Batman beating the shit out of everybody. But yeah, they showed that Batman could be looked at more serious. It wasn't a silly, do the Batusi thing. You gotta do that. And no one wants to take the chance on those characters. I don't know why, but they don't. And I don't know how many times I've seen fan films. We're going to make a fan film. The one time they got made was Casey Jones. But for Ninja Turtles, they say, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And then it never comes to fruition. That Fight the Foot thing, nothing came of it. The one Raphael fan film that was Hope for, those guys disappeared. They didn't get their money, but it's like, you could try something else. They disappeared to thin air. So, no, Sally, it'll never happen. And that's the way it is. But thank you for the question. Next up is the Drunken Gamer. Very nice guy. Love this guy. If you're watching, man, I hope you make more video game videos, because they're very entertaining. Love them. I miss his old ones he did for like Sonic and such. Wait, is this the same guy? Because his videos are gone. Oh, don't tell me there's another guy with drunk in the name that I fucked up. Because his name had Drunken Gamer in it, but his video game stuff is gone. I probably fucked up. God damn it, I think I did fuck up. Well, sorry, man. There was another guy named Drunken Gamer who had video game playthroughs up that I liked, and now they're all gone, so I don't know what happened, but shit. Well, that's my fuck up. But the Drunken Gamer here asks, what's your favorite holiday? Have a safe and happy Thanksgiving, Matt. Maybe it is the same. God. If it is, where are your videos, man? But my memory's gone up the fucking deep end. My favorite holiday... I don't really have a favorite holiday. I would say, I guess Christmas. Honestly, just for the sake of, maybe I get a present from a family member. It's pithy and pathetic, but honestly, it's the only thing I can think of, because I don't really celebrate the holidays much anyway. To me, they're just another day of the week, but if I had to pick, I guess Christmas. But I've had, fond memories in the past of Christmases. That's another reason too. But thank you for the question. And probably the last for this part would be Metal Joe 91, who is asking 3 questions. What movie was the biggest surprise you've ever seen? For example, a movie you thought it was going to be total shit, but ended up surprising you or shocked you on how good it was. Biggest surprise. I'm not sure about the biggest, but World War Z. I taught so much trash from the horrible trailer with a vrr, vrr. But I saw World War Z. Granted, it was the unrated version on Blu-ray because I was working at the video store and I rented it for free, and I loved it. Fucking loved World War Z. I loved it. I was so surprised by how fast-paced that film was, how fast it went. It just like started and it didn't stop till the end. It was fucking exhilarating. White House Down. That's the film I thought. But then I actually enjoyed it for what it was. I actually had fun with the movie. Pain and Gain. Oh my god, Mark Wahlberg and Michael Bay. But I thought it was a pretty fun movie. That was a pretty fun flick. So those are the 3 that pop in my head for that. Are there any movies that you enjoy that people or friends you know in real life are surprised you enjoy? I can't think of any at the top of my head. No, I can't think of any. Sorry about that. I can't think of any movies that they're like, wow, you like that movie? Because usually they go, wow, you hate that movie? But at least in real life, when you say people are friends you know in real life. To be honest, in real life, I'm just you mean not people on YouTube. In real life, they don't really talk much about movies. I think that's the thing. They don't get conversation about movies, just about life or what's going on at the job or whatever. But mostly, on here, talk about movies all the time. So it's just tons of different conversations. But in real life, again, they don't really conversations don't really seep into movies. So maybe that's why it's a bit hard to answer that question. Are you going to check out Game Night before the year is over? I think it's the best comedy of 2018. Hope you have a good Thanksgiving, Matt. Take care. I did see Game Night, and it's okay. I didn't love it. I definitely didn't hate it. I thought the cast did fine. Jason Bateman. But it was one of those movies that I didn't really find much funny. But at the same time, I didn't really find much bad. I would never see it again, though. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really find much funny. I don't know. I can't think of the last comedy I've truly enjoyed. I know there are, but I can't think of it. I liked The First Neighbors, and I didn't mind The Heat, but I'm a big Sandra Bullock fan. The Game Night was okay. It wouldn't be my top 10 or anything. It was all right. I don't know. Just the other supporting characters. You have this black couple. which their only thing was, you cheated on me. Did you cheat on me? And then she's like, oh, Denzel. What? Wait, did he ever say he was Denzel? Oh, no. So it wasn't Denzel. Oh, and then she finds out, oh, it wasn't Denzel she slept with, Denzel Washington. And I'm like, good on you. Great, you didn't sleep with Denzel. I don't give a fuck. And then you have this other couple with this guy who's an idiot, and this girl's like her first day in this group. And I didn't give a fuck about them. And Jason Bateman's envious of his brother, and I didn't review it because I didn't really have much to say about it, as you can tell. And yeah, it's not a bad movie, just time waster, and I forgot a chunk of it already. And I saw that like maybe 2 weeks ago. I'm like, eh. But that's just my opinion. Either way, thanks for the questions. Take care, and we'll see you later for part 3. Later.